Hey, welcome to my channel. I'm David. Today on the bench should be a fairly simple one. I'm going to clean up one of my vintage Blackhawk half-inch drive ratchets. Hang tight and I'll bring you in closer and show you what this thing looks like. Alright, this one's not in horrible shape. It's a 49945B, made in USA, half-inch drive ratchet. It works fine. I mean, it spins. This is a little clunky to turn, so that could use some service. And this is just really filthy here, so I got to get this ring off of here. And honestly, this is the first Blackhawk I've done. There it is. So it's a split ring. I called it a split ring. I really don't know what it's called, but it just wraps around here a couple times. There we go. And this should just come out complete. What a grimy mess it is. But I think it's really sticky. Tell you what I'm going to do, I'm going to let it soak in some degreaser for a while and then come back to it. That's a 50-50 mixture. I'm just going to let it soak in there. Okay, so here's what I know and here's what I don't know. Looks like there's a pin. I'm assuming a spring-loaded pin down here. And there's one on this end too. I'm trying to get them depressed and turn this to kind of lock them in place so I can pull this out. But I'm not getting it to move with a magnet. Maybe a screwdriver will work better. Oh yeah, there we go. So now I just need to catch the bottom one. It's so full of grease. Okay, there we go, both pins intact. So there should be a spring underneath these. I believe these are more like caps than they are pins. Yep, so there's one. And there's the other one. Very nasty. Alright, I'm going to get these cleaned up. Now I got to get these pins out right here and here. Yep, here's one. And there's the other one. All right, you can see how nasty these are. I'm just going to get everything cleaned up with some degreaser. I took the head into the kitchen and cleaned it pretty good with some degreaser and a stainless steel, just a hand brush. And now I'm just taking various picks and just getting the last little bit of grease out of all these holes and all the areas that will get lubricated. I believe I'm ready for reassembly here. So the handle, I cleaned the knurling with a stainless steel brush and just that foam degreaser. Then you saw I polished all this, cleaned out the gearing teeth real good. So I'm pretty happy with the way this came out. The head, I think the polish came out pretty good on that. It's not perfect, but it's not brand new. I didn't do a whole lot here because I didn't want to change the dimension much of this. I just ran it across the wire wheel. But anyway, I'm not going to use grease. I typically will just put oil in these because this is not going to be a user, so I don't want the grease just sitting there and getting hard. Should I ever decide to use this ratchet on a regular basis, I can always pull it apart again and put some grease in it. Got a coat of paint on the switch last night. All right, so the first thing is going to be to get these springs back down in here. Let's see, this gets lined up like this. I've filed this down or sanded this down to a pretty sharp point, so hopefully I can get this in there to depress the spring so it slides down in there. All right, there's the bottom one. Now I just got to get the top one in. There we go. Except I screwed up. Forgot to put the paws in, so I got to take it apart again. Oh, shit. Well, there's one spring. Something else went that way, and two things went that way. So I didn't put these in first. So when I put the spring and these little caps in, and I accidentally turned it, and they went flying. I mean, one spring and one cap went this way, one spring and one cap went this way. Every time I do this, I start my timer, see how long it takes to find this stuff. 21 minutes. All right, so these are gonna go in here like that. So I'm gonna get a drop of oil down in the receiving well, as I'll call it. And I'm just gonna put a little bit of oil on the surface of these. Okay, let's try this again. Now these get lined up with the pawl pins. There's one. Now I'm going to put a drop of oil or two on this surface here. There. Next thing I want to do is get a little oil down in here. Probably should have grease on it, but I'm going to see if I can get it to work smoothly with just oil. And this is where that spring and pin cap right across the pawl here when you're switching gears. So we'll get a little oil in here. Perfect. Well, that's my version of a cleanup of a Blackhawk 1/2-inch drive ratchet. This one's made in the USA. Took it apart, cleaned it, re-oiled it, reassembled it, just painted a little tri-wing here and gave it a final polish. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you'll come back for the next one. This is going to look great up on my display board. Y'all take it easy.